Also, I've been going back and forth. No, I'm not teasing. I'm going to get to the Obama apology. I just keep thinking of things. This is why program isn't scripted, folks. There's no producer, and there's nobody shouting, you got to do this right now because it's 12:15. 12:15. We don't do that. We're improv here. I got an email from my good friend, the Fish God, today, Steve Abernathy in New Orleans. Now, Steve runs a tilapia fish farm, and I call him the Fish God because when I first went to visit his fish farm, north of New Orleans, it's across the lake, he was proudly showing me how he was changing male tilapia to female tilapia so that they would hatch more eggs and there would be more tilapia. So what do you mean changing the sex? Oh, yeah. It's not exclusive to me. We're all kinds of fish farmers like this, so we become expert in changing the sex of. You're kidding me. I was shocked because I'm not an aquaculturist. Don't know much about this kind of thing. So I started calling him the Fish God. And so he sends me this email today about the death of a prominent entrepreneur in New Orleans by the name of, here it is. I hadn't heard of this. It's a big story. It's been going around since 2010. The entrepreneur is Larmondo Flair Allen. I've got the newspaper obituary here of Larmondo Flair Allen. He was 25 when he died. Gunshot wounds. Had 9 kids. He did not know Antonio Cromartie of the New York Jets. They had 9 kids. He knew their names, and they're all published here. And it's a fascinating story on how Larmondo Flair Allen's entrepreneurism manifested itself. And I had no idea. So it's one of these emails that's been floating around the internet since 2010, and I hadn't heard of it. But the Fish God sent it to me, and the Fish God's not an extremist kook wacko. So when the Fish God sent it to me, so I Googled Larmondo Flair Allen, and lo and behold, there must be 10 pages of news on this entrepreneur. Snopes has looked into it. The Daily Cause Kids think it's a right-wing fabrication. I've been unable to find out just how true the act. You got proof? It's true? You got. Okay. Yeah. No, I'm not denying that the entrepreneur Larmondo Flair Allen was killed in a gun battle in New Orleans. There's nobody disputing that. I mean, the newspaper story is real. It's what accompanies the newspaper story and how he supported his family, his 9 kids at age 25, and how basically they are set for life and he never worked a day in his life. And that's what the email here is about. You may have, it's been going around 3 years. I hadn't seen it. I delete this stuff. When I think something is spam, I zap it. Because why should I talk about something that 90,000 other people know about and talk about? But when the Fish God sent it, the Fish God doesn't send me wacko, kook, extremist spam stuff like that 10 things that Lincoln said that he didn't say. So I have that. We'll get to that. So it's amazing. This man, his children, all 9, are set for life, and their children are set for life. His brothers and sisters, there are 20 of them. They're set for life, and none of them have ever worked a day. Well, maybe here or there, but none of them have really had careers. They're just entrepreneurs. New Orleans lost one of its finest back in 2010. Anyway, if time permits, we'll get into that in great detail. Now I'm told the story has actually been going around since 2006. That's how big it is. That's how big the story is. So, 2004 is when Larmondo Flair Allen was killed. It's 9 years ago, and this story, the entrepreneurial aspects of this man are so profound. The story has stayed around for 9 years, almost 10.